Good morning, children. Welcome back once again to the chemistry class. I hope everyone is hale and hearty and enjoying life. So, let's start with the third session of the chapter Atomic Structure. At the start, we will discuss the duplet and octet electron arrangement. The duplet rule states that atoms having only one orbit, like hydrogen and helium, cannot have more than 2 electrons in their shell. This rule is also referred to as duet rule. It is in accordance to the 2n square rule, where n is equal to 1 for k shell. Therefore, number of electrons in the first orbit will be 2. The second rule is the octet rule. According to this rule, atoms having more than one shell cannot have more than 8 electrons in their last shell. So, this means that atoms will always have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 electrons in their last shell. It will never have 9 or more than 9 electrons in the last shell. Keeping these two rules in mind, we now draw the structure of sodium atom. Atomic number 11, mass number 23. Therefore, 11 electrons, 11 protons and 12 neutrons. According to 2n square rule, n will be equal to 1 for k shell of sodium atom and hence it will have 2 electrons in the k shell. The second shell, that is the L shell, will have 8 electrons. This is the maximum number of electrons this shell can have. So, while writing the electronic configuration, K shell will have 2 electrons, L shell will have 8. We are left with 1 electron that goes to M shell. Next atom is magnesium atom with atomic number 12, mass number 24. So, 12 electrons, 12 protons and 12 neutrons. Electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 2. Atomic number of aluminium is 13, mass number 27. So 13 electrons, 13 protons and 14 neutrons. Electronic configuration is 2, 8, 3. Next we have silicon atom. Atomic number 14, mass number 28. So it has 14 electrons, 14 protons and 14 neutrons. Electronic configuration will be 284. Make sure you keep on writing the number of protons and neutrons in each atomic structure diagram. Next we have phosphorus atom, atomic number 15, mass number 31. So 15 electrons, 15 protons and 16 neutrons. Electronic configuration is 285. Next we have sulfur atom, atomic number 16, mass number 32. 16 electrons, 16 protons and 16 neutrons. Electronic configuration 286. We have reached chlorine atom structure. Atomic number 17, mass number 35. 17 electrons, 17 protons and 18 neutrons. Arrangement of the electrons in the KLM shell is 287. Next is argon atom. Atomic number 18, mass number 40. 18 electrons, 18 protons and 22 neutrons. The electronic configuration is 288. With 8 electrons in the last shell, the atom is most stable, hence it is inert element. Such an atom does not participate in any type of chemical reaction. Next, we have the potassium atom with atomic number 19, 39 mass number, therefore 19 electrons, 19 protons and 20 neutrons. Here also, according to the rule, K shell can have maximum of 2 electrons. L shell will have 8 electrons. According to 2n square rule, the remaining 9 electrons should occupy the third shell, that is the M shell, which can hold up to 18 electrons. But since the outermost shell of an atom cannot have more than 8 electrons, the third shell can accommodate only 8 electrons. And the remaining electron occupies the fourth shell, N shell. Therefore, the electronic configuration of potassium is 2881. Now, the last atom that we are going to do today is the calcium atom. Atomic number 20, mass number 40. Therefore, 20 electrons, 20 protons and 20 neutrons. And electronic configuration is 2882. Having done all the atomic structure diagrams, we also know that atom usually does not have independent existence. They always combine to form molecules. A molecule is the smallest particle of matter which can exist independently and can retain the physical and chemical properties of the matter. So, what are the characteristics of a molecule? Molecules are formed by combination of the atoms of the same element or different elements. A molecule of a compound has atoms of different elements combined in a fixed whole number ratio. For example, a molecule of water will always have 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. The atoms in a molecule are held together by attractive forces called chemical bonds. A molecule of a substance can be represented by its molecular formula, therefore H2O for water. Next, a new term we introduce over here is atomicity. Atomicity is the number of atoms present in a molecule of an element. Atomicity is categorized into monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic and polyatomic molecules. Monoatomic molecules are molecules that contain only one atom. It means atomicity is 1. For example, helium, neon, argon. Diatomic molecules are molecules that contain 2 atoms. Atomicity is equal to 2. For example, hydrogen molecule, oxygen molecule, etc. Triatomic molecules are those molecules that contain 3 atoms. Therefore, atomicity is equal to 3. Example, ozone. Polyatomic molecules are molecules that contain more than 2 atoms. For example, phosphorus and sulfur. Phosphorus has 4 atoms and sulfur has 8 atoms in a molecule. Metals and some elements like carbon do not have a simple structure but consist of a very large and indefinite number of atoms bonded together. The atomicity of such molecules cannot be determined and is usually considered as 1. They are represented by their atomic symbols and are taken as monoatomic molecules. For example, Na for sodium. Here is a list of atomicity of some elements. Now, what do you understand by the word molecule of a compound? Atoms of different elements combine in definite proportion to form molecules of compounds. For example, a molecule of a compound like calcium oxide or carbon dioxide, methane or ammonia molecule. A compound is formed when atoms of different elements combine together chemically. This means that compounds always exist as molecules, not as separate atoms. So, what is the difference between a molecule of an element and a molecule of a compound? Atoms of same element combine to give a molecule of an element, whereas atoms of different elements combine to give a molecule of a compound. Every atom of a molecule of an element will exhibit the physical and chemical properties of that element, whereas atoms of different elements forming the molecule lose their characteristic physical and chemical properties. Molecules of the compound will have different properties. Examples of molecule of an element are oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen molecules. Whereas examples for molecule of a compound are water, carbon dioxide, ammonia, etc. At the end, children, this is your assignment. Let your work be organized and it should be dated. This assignment is based on whatever I have taught you in this session. This is all for today. Be like a proton and stay positive. Bye bye. See you.